All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Get a quick sound check. Make sure that y'all can hear me. Hopefully you can. All right. I need a drink too. All right. Good morning. My name is Darkpool Algo, and thanks for joining me on this morning watch list building session. Today is FOMC, and we are going to try to find some stocks that are going to make a higher than expected move. We're going to be using the Smart Money Dark Pool and Block Trade algorithm software, and it's provided by folks over at FlowTrade. There is a link to the trial in my description or in my profile on Twitter. If you haven't yet, go sign up, get your free 7-day trial, learn as much as you can, and become a monthly member. It will help with your existing trading strategy. It'll teach you a new one, and it's amazing to know what the market's doing before everybody else does. So with that being said, I have a little list here that's been compiled of some scans, as well as some requests from Twitter. So I'm going to, let's do the requests from Twitter first, because my followers are my people. Thanks for following me. It really does mean a lot. I had an issue with Tiffany and Company the other day. I went in there with my family, so a wife and 2 kids in tow, right, to return a Mother's Day ring, and the lady behind the counter was the biggest snob ever. We just come from the pool, and we're like, hey, we need to return this, and she's like, oh, well, it's been worn. I'm like, no, it hasn't been worn. My wife's like, no, it hasn't been worn. And the lady's like, well, no, it has been worn. You're lying. I'm like, what? And my kids just looked at me, and it was bad. It was bad. So, thanks for my Twitter followers. I blasted them on social media. They reached out and said, hey, how can we fix this? So once again, thanks for following me. Thanks for watching this video. If you like what you see, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, go over and turn on notifications, and share this with your friends. I'm here every morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And quick disclaimer, this is all for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. And stocks, options, and bonds have an inherent risk. Do your own due diligence, and none of this is financial advice. All right, okay. So MSTR, Lulu, TIGR, and GM are ones I want to look at really quickly because they are on my short list or on my focus list for today. And say morning to my chat. Morning, chat. Okay. MSTR, nice gap up that occurred on the 14th. This is a little too high of an angle for me to be super comfortable with it, especially with FOMC coming in today. If you've never traded or been through FOMC, it's a whole lot of uncertainty, a whole lot of volatility. However, I don't know. I can't predict anything. I'm heavy in cash. If I were to take a guess, I would say it's the same. It's going to be the same old rhetoric. We are not going to, adjust anything right now. However, I read something that came out the other day that they're looking to do a test purchase or a test trade on the 21st. I think that's when it said, on 21st. I'll have to see if I can find that article. But yeah, so FOMC should be fun. And yeah, just, if you don't know what to do, if you're uncomfortable in any way, just sit in cash. Cash is a position. Protect your investment. Keep your seat at the table. All right, moving on. MSTR. Upper left corner, purple line is regular algorithm line, white line is price action. Nice, strong, bullish uptrend. The algo is trading with price action. The algo is currently curled up, almost vertical, which is a little different than price action, right? So we've got this nice, strong uptrend, right? We're maintaining trendline support coming in here, just like this. The algo is, I gotta find a spot. I'm just going to use this one here. The algo is also maintaining its little rising wedge, right? Y'all see that? The algo is maintaining a rising wedge. A little bit of a flag forming on price action. I'll get into that more. What I'd like to see is I would like to see this come back to a more reasonable level. Maybe not fill the gap to 520 because that would be a 100-point drop. If we do break, obviously there's a short play here if it does start falling because it's got this gap it's got to fill. So we'll just check that out. And when we get into the charts, Lulu over in the upper right hand corner here, the same kind of deal. Nice strong, right? Nice strong net buying occurring, right? We're maintaining this, right? This uptrend here. We are just barely bullish divergence. This is a nice little cup and handle that's formed, right? I don't know if you can see it. Cup, handle, launch. I'll be watching Lulu for today. Next one is TIGR. I grabbed this one because I believe it's got a ton of short interest. So look at this. This divergence here. Or look at that just drop. This isn't divergence because price action is trading with the algorithm, right? To the downside. I'm going to look for a recovery play on this. If we can get any sort of recovery from this level here. May have to look at it on the chart, but I look for a recovery, right? For a nice recovery back up to 29. GM over on the right hand side. It's the only one that's really got a lot of regular block trades coming in for the last 9 days. I'm going to drop this down just a little bit because let's go. Come on. 10 days, 7 days. Yeah, we'll just use 6 days. I feel like these are more interactive with the current state of the stock. So GM's got a bunch of short interest, a bunch of open interest coming in. All previous divergences have played out. The algo is, what's the algo doing? Let me just highlight these block trades real quick. All right, coming in, support and then resistance. So currently providing support. We'd like it to maintain this current uptrend. I would look for a break at 61.50 for the next move up. Right, the algo is currently increasing, but however, we've got a little bit of a curling down occurring there. All right, moving on to Dish, Disney. So our ARVL made Wall Street Bets short squeeze list. I read something about that. It's probably the next. We're playing meme stock whack-a-mole right now, right? And it sucks. There's, we're not in the know. I'm not in the know enough to be able to look at these or get prepared for these. So it's super reactionary, and I don't like playing reactionary plays because it is whack-a-mole, right? Wish was up one day, Wolf was up one day. What's some other ones? So basically, they'll run and then they'll just drop the next day, and then they'll move on to the next one. So I'm trying to find. I did a short squeeze scan in FinViz, and I've got, like I said, I got a couple that have shown up. I will get into those. So TIGR was one of them. Disney. Where did I leave off? Tesla and Workhorse. All right. All right, Dish has got, I like Dish. Look at this. This is textbook bullish divergence. Whoever sent this out, thank you. This is a good looking one. If we can get past FOMC, look at Dish, right? Nice strong bullish divergence that occurred back here on the 9th. So it's been diverted for at least 3 or 4 days. It's kind of trading with price action. I do like that this algo is currently curled up, excuse me. Algo's curled up. Looks like we came in and maintained a little bit of, it's consolidation, right? This is consolidating price action, which makes sense because, not a whole lot of stuff's been going on because of this meeting today. However, this divergence must play out. So look for a potential All right, we also got this gap that needs to be filled right there. So as long as the algo continues to buy, net buying, then look for price action to increase. I can't really say when this divergence is going to play out. It can be 2 hours, 2 days, 2 weeks, but it will play out. Dish over here on the right hand side, we've got, so it is diverged, but it's trading with price action. So let me mark up the chart a little bit here. We've got some block trades coming in that are going to provide support and resistance. Looks like these levels were provided pretty significant resistance because it broke and rejected. So the algo is currently pointed down, as well as price, right? I'm sure there's some sort of level in here that's providing resistance, but essentially this looks like divergence, but it's not, because it's trading with price action. I'm just looking to see if maybe there was some divergence that hadn't been played out yet. So what I'd look to do is wait for this algo to curl back up and around, right? And head in the opposite direction of price instead of the same direction. Okay. Tesla. What's interesting is there's no block trades in the last week. So what a block trade does for price action? Sure. Excuse me. I'll look for a better example. Let me get through some of these. If not, I'll have to come back and use Disney. So Tesla is trading with, the algo is trading with price action right now. It looks like we broke that downtrend that we had maintained for a couple days. I'll use this color here. Right, so, excuse me, broke the uptrend, right? We broke that uptrend at about the same time that the algo decided it wanted to start selling. So right in this level here, right? In that area, that generalized area. Currently the algo is net selling. Right, so there's, so 600 is a key psychological level. It looks like it did not maintain that. I would look to bring it down. I'll have to see where some levels are as far as moving averages and stuff, but I like Tesla to the short side. Workhorse, mark this one up. So let me just before I get rid of this, I was looking at this back here, right? Imagine if we'd got in there. Look at that nice run, boom. All right, meanwhile, the algo and price action are trading. The algo is trading with price action. It looks as if though there's a little bit of consolidation that's starting to occur in this general area because it's basically flat. Right, the algo is basically flat, so maybe a nice curling recovery. We do have some block trades that are going to act as a magnet. All right, they also provide support resistance. So 15 nice 50-cent increments all coming in within a couple of days of each other right at the open. So every couple days a block trade will come in for 50 cents. So starting on the 11th it was 15.50, the 14th it went to 16, and then the 15th it went to 15, right? So they're trying to load up on this. It may be a magnet to pull things up, so we'll check that out in a minute. Whoa, what happened there? That's crazy. All right, so my short, I gotta start making a focus list. STR. All right. Some other stocks I wanted to look at was, did I already TRGR? I look at so many of these. Yeah, it's crazy. All right. STEM. TTCF, Tattooed Chef. Goive is back. Oxy. All right. STEM, I believe it's got high short interest. In the last 7 days, no real block trades. This looks like divergence. However, price is just trading with the algorithm. All divergences have been played out, right? Get levels up here. All right, so nice uptrend. Right, this divergence is played out. This divergence is played out. All right, this divergence is played out. So that's played out. That's played out. And that's all played out, right? What I do like is how the algorithm is curled upwards. This looks like a nice recovery. So recovery from here. Right, resistance, support, resistance for the next move up. I'm going to look at stem on our charts as well. All right, Tattooed Chef, price action is just trading with the algorithm. I'd like to see a little bit of separation come in. Looks like the algo is trying to separate and move to the upside. We do have, looks like a little bit of uptrend support. So this is a possibility to move. So this would be the next move up, right? It looks like it came up and tested these areas here. So this is either a stop killer, right, for shorts, or it's just some, it looks like it was a gap up. Yeah, so it gapped up, faded, found support, look for the next move up. All right, GOIV, the GOIV. This is a good example of the algo trading with price action. Yeah, I might have to pass on GOIV. Oxy, this may be a good example of how block trades interact with price action, right? So looking at Oxy over here on the 15-minute. So we've got regular block trades that have come in. I wonder if I can, if I lose it, if I bring it down to 5. Yeah, we'll leave it at 6. Okay, so block trades are large orders, whether they're buying or selling, right? So it's obviously going to act as support and resistance, kind of like trend lines, right? So back on the 15th, we had a block come in at 29.20. That's currently, so price had broke through it, maintained it as support. All right, well, that came, let me see if I can grab an earlier. All right, so this one came in on the 11th. So starting here at this level, this is the 11th. So the block trade came in and it provided some support because of the large level. I believe it jumped price action up. Price came through, broke through this key level of resistance, came back down, tested this area of support, could not maintain it and failed, right? Found some additional support here, and now it's going to bounce back and forth. So if you follow starting here, right, price action broke through this level, ran into resistance, came back down, and it tested this 29.20 as support for quite a while, right? It broke support, found another area of support at this level. So the block trades are key levels. Price will interact with them, and the algo will also interact with them, similar to previous highs and lows. So it'll act as resistance until it breaks through, and it'll typically come back down and test that level as support. All right, so basically support resistance. And then I wanted to look at, I think GM was the last one. Yep. All right, so let's see. No requests from the chat. I'm gonna check Twitter if we got any more. PLTR? Sure, I can do PLTR. Planeteer. Palantir. I always call it Planeteer. Yeah, more of the same. Price is trading with the algorithm. Currently, the algo is selling. until it crawls back around and decides to reverse direction. I'm not going to trust Palantir. We do have these block levels coming in as support, right? 2450. Below that, we've got 2415 and then 24. I break in 24 and it's not going to be pretty. Right, we've got uptrend support. Oh, I need to change the colors. Currently, we're resting at a block trade that came in on the 11th at 24.51, and then we've got one below that at 24.14, and then the final is 24. Break at 24, and I would maybe find, break at 24 and look for it to come back down to previous levels of support and resistance. Okay, that's PLTR. And right, okay. So I start at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay. What I do is typically I will go through a list of stocks that have either made some news, that are trending. I've got a Finviz scanner I use. I've got a couple other scanners. And what we do is we'll get a list of stocks that have open interest or short open interest. Basically, we'll get a list of names. We'll run them through the Algo, the FlowTrade Algo screens that you see here. I look for divergence, because if there's divergence, so for example, if the Algo is net buying and the price action is low, we can anticipate price action to be pulled back up to the Algo level, right? I'm trying to find a good, was it stem? One of these had a good, oh, it's Dish. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, this is a good example of what we look for. We look for price action that's consolidating at a value area. We look for divergence from the algorithm, where the algo this is large institutional money. This is market makers. This is millions of dollars of income or inflow. So if there's a lot of money coming in, right, that's, there's shares being sold. So obviously price action has to come up and meet it, right? All about supply and demand. All right, so Dish, Tiger, MSCR, Workhorse, and STEM are on my list of stocks to watch. Okay, this is Wolf. This is that example I was talking about where ARVL may be blasting right now. So this is ARVL, right? It's getting a lot of momentum. However, it's going to hit a level and it's going to sell off, right? Currently, Wolf is residing at the 4-hour Keltner channel mid and the 382% retracement of this run here. So from high to low, low to high, it's coming and testing that. Looks like it's maintained some support. However, with the lack of open interest in it now, it might be rough to get it back above the daily Keltner channel top and the 4-hour Keltner channel top, which is where we need it to be so that it can release and take its next move upwards, right? Just kind of a, anyway, I wanted to look at, so nothing coming up. We've got a few on our low float. W, ooh, I like W. Wayfair. I don't know if you guys remember about, when was it? I think it was here or here. I think it was in September of last year, or it may have been May. One of these two dates, there was an article that came out that said Wayfair was human trafficking people in closet containers that they were selling for like $18,000. That's crazy. All right, Wayfair, stacked EMAs. This looks like trouble, to be honest with you. right? Nice wavy. This could be inverse head and shoulders, right? 1, 2, 3. Look for the next move up. Don't know what stopped us from coming down. We closed below the 50. We closed below all of our moving averages, right? We've got the 200 that's flat. Maybe this was a previous demand zone, right? I'm just trying to figure out what stopped us from coming down and testing the 200 SMA. And it could be that there's this demand zone right in here. I don't want to mark this one up. Hold on. All right, sold off, hit the 15-minute color channel bottom, broke below the 4-hour bottom. All right, so we found support at the rising 200 SMA on the 4-hour. 4-hour squeeze fired off, right? It did fire to the downside though, so look for a break of 307 for the next move down to 300, and then below that I'd have to look. I'd have to pull up some different levels, but I like 300, then actually 290, 295. So 300, 295. Yeah, so we're at 300, 303. That's a massive gap in price action, or in the bid ask. Huge bid ask spread. So if we can maintain this 200 support, we would need this 4-hour squeeze to become neutral and decreasing and do a slingshot effect back up to the upside. So I'm going to keep an eye on this for the next little while. It does have a red 10x bar, so we don't buy. Not really super interested in shorting it just because it's very erratic, right? Yeah, we're going to... So if we pop to 310 and can't break through this Keltner channel bottom here, I'm going to look to bring it down to at least 300. So that's a 10-point move down. It's setting up that way. However, the daily, 2-day, 3-day, 4-day, weekly squeeze setting up may fire to the long side. That's what I'm interested in catching, right? Catching this squeeze, if it fires to the long side, that'll bring us definitely back up, but I feel like we have a little bit more room to come down. All right, that's Wayfair XLP consolidation. Miscellaneous UK ETF new. I've never EWU. I've never seen this before. Got a reversal candle on the 4-hour. Right, we're looking for a MACD crossover. We broke above our moving average. This might be something to look at. EWU. Okay, so I might look at this one a little bit more. This is a good example of how block trades interact with price action. See how we came down and we found support right at this block trade level. Right, we came back up, we hit into resistance here at this block trade level. We broke through it, we came back down, we tested it for support. It maintained support. Right, we came back up, we ran into another block trade level. Right, coming in right at this 382 level. Right, we broke through that, rejected off of it actually, came back down, found some support at a previous price action level, tried to come through it again, rejected. Right, the third time, looks like we broke through it, we came back down, we tested it as support as of yesterday. Nice strong uptrend support, right? Ooh, JD, I like JD. JD's got great divergence. So look for this gap to be filled on EWU. I need this algo right here on JD. I need it to turn around, basically. So look at this. Right? I need this algo to curl back around and reject off of this level that it's at now for the next move upwards. That should break JD through this block trade level, right? Sorry, I marked it up in blue, but it's red. Right, well, triple bottom. Break at 71.25. I would definitely be interested in taking JD back up, but yeah, that needs to curl around. Sorry, I digress. EWU, the algo is straight vertical. I'm actually going to look at this one a little bit more. EWU. Nice algo. Okay. EWU. Well, let's look at the options real quick. Ooh, it has weeklies. We like that. There is not super liquid, but the 33s look fun. We've got lots of open interest at 34. 13 cents away from it. Look at this. These 34s out into July, they're 50 cents. And we're 13 cents away from it. Bet. I'm going to go get the higher delta, though. I like the 32s. All right. That was EWU, SIL, silver. What do we do? What happened? All right, I like that we've got a mid compression, a high compression squeeze on the daily. We'd like it to fire to the upside. If we can get back above this 21, I would look for that to release to the upside, which is good. Good Bollinger Bands, good beta, good daily squeeze that needs to fire. We do have a weekly and a monthly, also needs to go off. Unfortunately, we've got a little bit of bullish MACD divergence that occurred yesterday. We entered the fourth wave of our Elliott wave, so it may reject. It's daily mid. This is interesting. We broke above the 50, came back down. We tested previous high support. So this is obviously a demand zone that's been created. Right, got this little demand zone. So sold off to the demand zone. We're reloading on our stocks right now. We're loading back up to go back up and sell them to people. 4-hour daily squeeze. Mid compression squeeze. I don't like how the signal line's pointed down. Need that to curl around and do this little slingshot effect that happened back here. Right, curl back around. MACD crossover, golden cross, explosive growth. Bounced off the 4-hour bottom, 4-hour bottom, 4-hour bottom. Maintain support at this level at 47. Look for a move to 40, 48, and then 49. No lower term squeezes to help us out. Yeah, I might pass on that one. All right. I wanted to look at Dish. Ooh, APRN is down 22%. What happened there? Trip is up 3%. Let's hope that helps pull Expedia up out of the gutter. Right? Come on, Expedia. You need a .com. You're up out of the gutter. I like how the Keltner challengers are squeezing in, so we may get a nice move off of that. Let's play red, though. Can hope. Right? All right. I wanted to look at Dish. Looking at Dish on the daily. Ooh, look at that. Nice. Can we say gap up overnight? Oh, wow. Too bad we didn't get into this yesterday at the close. This is a nice run up. Broke through the 4-hour Keltner channel bottom. Retested it. Gapped up. Dude. Well, let's see. Knowing that we could catch a fifth wave move. So yesterday the close was the end of the third. The pullback overnight to the next move, we're in the fifth wave, right? Look at this. Nice little double bottom coming in. We got a rather large looking demand zone. Rather large demand zone coming in here. Right, we maintain that level, we can definitely revert. So we probably had a golden or MACD crossover overnight. So we're currently, whoa. So you can't really see the candles, but basically we broke up and above. We're trading at the daily Keltner channel mid right now, which is just below the 4-hour top. If we can get above 41.77, I would look to bring this up to at least 43, 44, 44.80. Don't have a lot of squeezes to help us out, so this is going to be strictly price action, right? No squeezes to really get us there. So this is all going to be momentum price action. Histogram is neutral and decreasing, so we may fade at the open down to 39. So if we do that, then that would be a good opportunity to get in. It would be a nice sloping cup and handle, right? Sloping cup and handle. So that's not definitely an option. I wanted to look at MSTR. This is that one where I wanted it to pull back even more, right? So from yesterday's close, right, we sold off overnight. We came back down. We found support at basically 611.50, right, which is this level that we struggled with yesterday. So 611.50 to 612 is definitely a demand zone. This level here. Right, that's our demand zone. Price just jumped up from 612 to 617 as we're watching it. So we sold off, we found support, we're recovering. We've got neutral or positive, well, neutral but increasing MACD, nice bullish divergence. Our signal lines crossed above the lower Bollinger Band. If we can get a signal line to cross above the upper Bollinger Band, it'll issue a buy signal like you can see here in this area, which get nice move. Went from what, 615 to 635. Daily and 4-hour squeeze to help us out. Look for a rejection at this 15-minute Keltner channel bottom. If it rejects off of that, I'm gonna just like bring this back down to the 4-hour Keltner channel top, which is at, or bottom, which is at 595. Taking profit at 607, right? So if we open, we may pop and reject, right? So 1, 2, 3 to the downside. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on this one for sure. A break above, for me, a break above 630, and we're gonna go test 635 on our way back up to previous highs. Look at this guy. Can you imagine buying at this level and being like, oh no, right? Or being this guy and buying at this level and being like, oh yeah, $1,000 gain right there in what, 2 months? So it went from 364 to 1315 in 2 months. Yeah, we missed that run. Look at this. It went from 100 to 1300. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's Bitcoin for you. All right. Yeah, we're at a key level with it. We're currently at a supply zone that runs to 650. So we were squeezing for about the last 5 days. The mid compression fired, so currently low compression fired as well. So look for maybe a 3-bar move if we can. This blue line here is price ATR, right? So maybe, let me relook at this one. VWAP breached, daily squeeze fired off. $39, $40 ATR. This thing moved $100 yesterday. 513 to 635. Wow. I'd like to play it for a pullback to the 8 EMA on the 4 hour. I'd like it to reject this level here and come back down to 570. What do we got here? All right, so I'm gonna add the 570 puts. Keep an eye on those at open. That's what. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at this one again. Yeah, I'm gonna look at JD real quick, or excuse me, Intel, and then I have to run. I'll run through Workhorse and STEM quickly though. All right, Intel, nice break above the 618 yesterday. Nice green, solid 10x bars. Momentum and volume is magic. We're in this 4-hour squeeze forever. I'd like it to fire off and to give us a little bit more of a boost. I like to test the $60 level. Not sure we can get there by the 18th. Right? If we were to get there, that would be amazing. However, these options are really decently priced based on FOMC today. I'm gonna look at getting into this and to see D delta or next month. I may look at, depending on what happens today, I may look at grabbing these 5750s for July. That gives me plenty of time. It's right. We're still kind of neutral with our 10x bars. However, we have a daily 2-day squeeze that may fire off. Good beta. We broke above the 34. If we need to come back down and test the 34 support, possibly. Right, this is a nice strong uptrend. 5th wave triggered. 4-hour 10x bars have fired. I mean, they're solid green, which is good. This looks like a little bit of a breach, retreat, testing support at the 8 for the next move up. Yeah, I like this one. This looks good. If we can get any of these squeezes to fire, it's going to launch. So, 4-hour daily 2-day squeeze. Yeah, this looks good. Only issue is the 60, which is a rising 200 SMA. From a Kelt perspective, we've got looks like we're kind of flat. So we're just consolidating. Really, it's waiting for something to happen like everything else is. 10, 15, 20. This 30 and 60-minute high compression squeeze are really of interest to me, right? We've got a lot of positives. It's just a lot of consolidation after today, I'll definitely look to catch this trend. A break of 58.75 and it's on. If we break yesterday's high at 58.42, we may reject off of this level. So we need to just keep an eye on this level, the 50-cent move. What is our ATR? About $1 a day. If the squeeze is released though, we'll get a higher ATR. I do like that in Intel. All right. So my thoughts on Intel. This is a nice sloping uptrend. It's a slow grinder. It's going to melt its way up to, 60 eventually. I'd like to see the gap fade from 60. Daily yellow 10x bars, which is just kind of neutral. It's no excitement one way or the other, right? Definitely next month's options are decent. May pull back for a test to 57.50, but yeah, this looks pretty good. Nice strong uptrend. All right, I think that's it for me. Did I miss anything? Yeah, I'm just gonna call it. I got a couple things to do before the open. Looking at TIGR. All right, so run got ended yesterday. We're coming back down. We broke the 34. Look for a potential move back down to really this level here. 2150, break at 2150, and it's just going to fade. This could just be a nice pullback for the next move up. For me to be a player, I would need to break above 25. Oh, jeez. So on the daily, that 10x bar is still green. This may just be a healthy pullback to the 21 for the next move up. Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on this one. 29 to 23 in one day. Yeah, everything is, this is just a healthy pullback. So yeah, I'll just keep an eye on it. All right, that's it. Thanks for joining me. My name is Darkpool Algo. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell your friends that we are giving away free stuff here. Free free trials to FlowTrade, right? Free weekly watch list newsletter. Free. We like sharing the knowledge. So share it with your friends, share it with your family. I'm going to start trying to make some funnier stuff. Anyway, yeah, let's go, and everybody stay safe today. If you don't know what to do, just kind of watch. If it's your first FOMC, just watch the market. It'll be like I don't know. It may just be like a whole lot of hype to nothing. So, yeah. Or it could be the beginning of, right, a nice fade. So we're up $1 on the ES.